Hi there all again. As you can tell, some of these first videos are kind of about personal development and my opinions and thoughts on them. I'm going to kind of stick with that for the first few, but then after that, we're just going to be totally random, going to world views, business views, things that are actually going on in my life, like to the day, things I've learned from the past, blah, blah, blah. This is just going to be random as heck until I see what you guys like. And then the most important thing is this is for me to look back on from future me. So for now, today's is going to be about ignorance. And that kind of go with that is awareness. I have a book that I read is The Power of Awareness from Neville Goddard. That's that's a very powerful book. If you actually read it and take your time and listen to what he's saying, it's I don't know. You just almost get the chills reading it. It's pretty cool. And then with that, I got Awakened Imagination. I have all 10 of his books, but the Power of Awareness is pretty powerful and awesome. So, anyways, with ignorance is Bob Proctor preached that it is one of the biggest things, and it totally is because sometimes ignorance is bliss because what you don't know can't hurt you, but at the same time, it can. At the same time, especially when you believe a whole bunch of lies that are being fed. And that's the scary thing is that I grew up being taught that you should never lie, So I thought everyone was always telling the truth. Like, why should you lie? So I didn't lie, so I believed no one else was lying. Well, then, you're 6 years old, you're 8 years old, 8 years old, and everyone thinks you're gullible. Well, that's just because you're a kid taught to believe in everything. And some people are still 50, 60 years old doing the same dang thing. Like the news is a great example. All they do pretty much is lie. And there's a lot of people that just believe, believe, believe. No research on their own. Just because they're being told this thing from these credible people, they believe it. And I mean, you can just trace it back to lies again and again and again. Anyways, with ignorance and awareness, the more aware you are with everything in life, I don't know, it's just like the better life can be and the more you can help people out. And the less ignorant you are about everything, about how money works, about health, relationships, communication, every single thing in this world. I mean, there's just so many things you can be not ignorant on. You can be learning 24/7, always bettering yourself, which should be the goal for everybody is to be the best you can be in this life. So, that is why it is very important to become as much aware as possible and as least ignorant on everything as possible as well. So, with that being said, I can go way more into depth with this. This is just a random rant. But this is what you get for now. So, until next time, have a good one.